everybody. Okay, good morning, everybody. So go ahead and get yourself near your mat. What you'll need is actually not much equipment, but it's nice to have some of those props in hand if you know that you like to use them. And I may cue in a couple of props here or there, but really it's going to be your own bodies that are going to be the challenge, and feel challenged, not the equipment or the props themselves. Pay attention to the fact that your core is in constant activation, as it is helping you support your posture or feeling pulled and holding steady in its alignment as we're moving. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start on all fours. Start on all fours. There is a kind of a bit of a wrist component to this class, and I apologize for that. So if at any point off your wrists, you want to come onto your forearms and elbows, and I'm not cueing it, please take the liberty to do that for yourself. As always, take care of your body. Okay, so here we are. We're on all fours. I'm actually going to face this way. We're on all fours, and we're just going to start with some cat and cow. So inhaling, making sure that your shoulder is directly lined up over your wrist and your hips are directly lined up over your knees. As you exhale, you're going to round, gazing at your navel. Inhale, go ahead and arch. And exhale, curl. So restoring the rhythm between the head, the spine, the pelvis, and tail. Inhale, it's one of our primary kind of bony connections. We don't even think about this connection from tail to head and head to tail and everything in between. So give it its time and appreciation as you're stretching the back of that line and stretching the front of that line. Now we're going to curl into cat. We're actually going to bend our elbows and dive as if our forehead is going to go plunging to the floor, but it won't actually touch the floor. Bend elbows and then press up into your extended cat position, your cow position. So first you're in a rounded shape in cat. Then you're bending your elbows. It's like a diving cat and cow. And press into an arch. 3 more. Cat, dive, extend, press up. 2 more. Looking at your navel, bend, stretch, press up. 1 more. And dive down, stretch, press, and reach up. Perfect. And then come to center. If you, again, you want to be down on your hands, or excuse me, on your elbows, you're welcome to do that. We're just going to wag our tail a little bit, taking our body side to side. And it's really the tail that's wagging at first. Now we're going to add the head and tail, head and tail. So feeling again that real primal connection from the head down the spine to the pelvis and tailbone. 3 more each side. 2 more. And 1 more. And then come onto your stomach. So you're going to come all the way down onto your stomach. Take a moment here on your stomach. Roll the shoulders back. Go ahead and press those palms down onto the mat underneath your shoulders. Perfect. I am going to just mute. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Pressing down into your mat under your shoulders, and just a light, easy press up, and then rolling down the front of your body. We don't often start class doing this motion. So if coming up feels too aggressive right now for your spine, just invite the chest and heart and eyes to look forward. You don't need to press all the way up, but if you can, do allow that to come all the way through. 2 more, press up and coming down. Excellent. Last one, press up and down. Perfect. We're going to press up and back. Take a gentle child's pose to start. Reach. All right, so we're going to take from our child's pose, kind of watch this position, definitely feeling influenced by my yoga practice. So I'm going to come from child's pose. I'm going to dive down, kind of like we did a moment ago. Roll the shoulders back and press. If you can lift your hips off of the mat as you come up into what would be like an upward facing dog, you're welcome to do that. And then come right back down again. Press into your hands and knees and sit back in child's pose. If that's feeling too big, too deep, not ready yet, just go up into that little cobra, okay? When you come up, you're curling your tail. Do you see how I'm curling my tail? I'm curling my tail, coming down, bending my elbows, rolling my shoulders back, and then pressing up. Looking up, opening my heart and chest, and then sitting back down. All the way back in child's pose. We're warming up our whole body. So let's curl the tail, curl the tail, curl the tail. And then once you're kind of in like a planking position, bend your elbows, roll the shoulders back, press into your palms, coming up. See if you can lift your hips off of the mat. If they say no, thank you, then don't. And come back. Can you feel the big stretch in your lower abs? That's an area we're going to be warming up right now. Inhale, exhale, curl. So we're stretching what we're going to be working. Once you're in your plank position, bend your elbows, roll the chest back, push into your palms, and float up. And see how you can stretch the lower abdomen from your pubic bone to your navel center, and then coming back down and push back. Child's pose. Already heating up. Good. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Excellent. Okay, so from here, we're going to be on all fours. Again, if at any point you want to take your forearms onto the mat, you're welcome to do that. So we're on all fours here in this position. Inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to hover your knees. And as you hover your knees up off the carriage, make sure you're hollowing and scooping your abdomen, but you're staying in neutral, and bring that down. 4 more. Exhale. Up. Inhale down. Every exhale is a lift of those low, deep abs. 3 in addition to that knee hover. And 2. And 1. Now we're going to stay here. You're going to bend your left knee to your chest, and then you're going to press yourself back and up as if you're going into like a 3-legged downward facing dog. So left leg is your moving leg, right leg is your stable leg. You ready? Knee to chest. Inhale, exhale, and press. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, press. 2 more. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, press. Last one. Inhale, knee to chest. And exhale, press. Good. And then come on down onto your knee and onto your forearms. Okay, so we're going to take ourselves into our little Jane Fonda press here, warming up through the glutes and hamstrings. Bend and exhale. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good job. 6 and 7. Last one. 8. Extend the leg. Okay, so now we're going to bring it down. 8 like this. 1. Can you keep your upper body in plank? 2. So 3. And by that I mean, can you be down on your forearms? Press. 4. 5 and 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Bring that down. Sit back, child's pose. Beautifully done. 1 more breath here. We're really going for long lines, long legs. Okay, coming back up. Now you're going to bend your elbow, your right elbow, so you're propped onto your right forearm, bending your left elbow, palm pushing into the floor. You're going to go ahead and extend that left leg back again, but turn the hip. So can you see how I've rotated my pelvis on my left leg? So I'm really turning my belly button to face you guys. Now I'm going to bend my elbow, try to touch the back of my upper arm and extend and take the leg back. So you're going for long lines here, okay? You're scooping in and up through the pelvic floor and core. Bend and press. This actually reminds me of the leg sequence on the reformer, because you're going for a lot of length through your leg, a lot of stabilization on your right side while you're mobilizing the left side. 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent. Hold it back here, and you're going to circle your legs. 6, 5. So now I'm really long. 4, 3. Keep that pelvis really stable. 2, 1. Let's go the other way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Rest. Can you feel that nice big stretch in your hips and buttocks as you sit back in your child's pose? Fantastic. Stay here. Big breath in and big breath out. One more breath in. And this time, as you exhale, come up onto all fours, tuck your toes under, and make your way up into an inverted V. Pilates, of course, inverted V, downward facing dog as we know it. And then walk your hands all the way back to both legs. Before we transition to the other side, I'd like for us to round our spine, roll up, and transition with some squats. So the squats are going to be really valuable because 1, it will help us take the pressure off of our wrists, and 2, it kind of brings the work back into both legs evenly. So we're going to come down into our squat, bend deep into your squat, really send that butt back and press up. 1, inhale, exhale, press up. 2, 10 of these. 3 and 4, you're doing great. 5, use the ground to your benefit. 6, yep. 7 and 8, 10 like this. 2 more. 9 and 10. All right, listen to this cue. You're down in your squat. Now you're going to do your heel raises. 1, 2. If you want your arms down at your hips, you're welcome to do that. 3. Otherwise, arms are shooting out kind of by your ears. 4 with the shoulders down. 5 and 6, 7. Stay low in your squat. I know legs are getting tired. 8. 2 more. 9. Pelvic floor deep, abs working hard here. 10 and stand up. Circle those arms around all the way down. Nod your head and rolling down 1 vertebra at a time. You're doing amazing. Walk yourself back out. Finish in your kind of down dog type position, bending 1 knee at a time, walking in place before we transition to the other side. Good. 5 and 4. Can you feel the tail rise up? Can you gather the pelvic floor and core muscles? Lift the deep interior of the pelvic canal up. And 2 more each side. Last one each side. Excellent. And then we're going to come down. Okay. So we're going to do the same sequence on the other side. Go ahead and press your hands down into the mat. Again, if at any point you need to be down on your forearms early, you're welcome to do that. The first variation, we're up in this position, right? Inhale. So we're hovering. Inhale as you exhale. So now right leg is going to reach to the sky as you go into your 3-legged dog. Here, don't let those hips swivel, right? Those hips are going to want to tip. Don't let that happen. And then bend forehead to knee, knee to forehead, and press. 2, can you squeeze that right glute and point your toes? And then bend. And 3. And 8 of these. 4, we're halfway there. After this, we come down onto our forearms. 5. And smooth and control, but strong. Heat it up. 6. And 7. As you come onto all fours, make sure your shoulders don't go beyond your wrists and you're really bringing forehead to knee, knee to forehead. 8. Good job. Come on down. And perfect. So here we are down on our forearms. We're extending our right leg now back. And we're going to bring it up into the bent knee position. Inhale, exhale, and press up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here, what's the challenge? It's not just the glutes. 7, it's keeping your spine long. 8. Okay, now we're going to bend and extend. 1, 2. Take the leg really long as you reach it back and up. 3. And when your leg goes to the sky, don't let your spine arch. 5. Point the toes. 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Bring that down. Now you're going to turn. I'm going to turn. You're going to turn your belly button, your right navel to the right. So I'm taking my hip and thigh and I'm externally rotating on my bottom leg. So I can feel the rotation of that bottom leg. Now I'm going to bend, bring my elbow to my forearm or to my upper arm, my tricep, and extend it back and maybe even up a little bit, but without collapsing, right? So I'm holding true to my posture. Inhale, bend, exhale, reach. 2, 3, 6 like this. 4, and try not to turn your upper body. 5, but let it be through the rib cage. 6, now we're circling the leg. 1, 2, strong and powerful. 3, 4, 5, 6, other way. 1, 2, 3, you got it. 4, 5, 6, and bring it all the way in. Awesome. Okay, so from here, we're going to come onto our forearms and just round your back and arch. Nicely done. Curl and arch. One more curl and arch. Sit back in child's pose before we transition to a little shoulder sequence. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Feeling good? Right? Can you feel how those deep hip muscles and the superficial hip muscles are working together with the core to really help your body lengthen and strengthen? Okay, so from here, you're going to come back onto your forearms. For those of you who have a regular yoga practice, this is dolphin, right? A prep for forearm arm stand. So if you can, I'm going to have you not only hover your knees, but you're going to walk your knees back, not all the way down into plank, but enough so that when you press into your elbows and press back, you're getting a little bit of a hamstring stretch with your knees bent. So this is a bent knee position. And I'm back in this position with my knees bent and I'm kind of pressing back into my shoulder girdle. Then and my hands are in prayer, I'm going to come forward and I'm going to touch my nose to my thumbs and then I'm going to press back. 1. Press forward, nose to thumb, and press back. 2. So what's happening here? Really what I'm doing is I'm pressing into my elbows, which is the direct conditioning of the shoulder girdle. 3, and I'm pulling my shoulders and shoulder blades down my back towards my buttocks. 4, the whole time. And 5, and only go as far as you can. Stay strong and safe. If it's pulling or pinching on your shoulder, this is not, it's too big range of motion. And 8, come down, sit back, rest a moment. Excellent. Okay, so next variation is a little more challenging, still shoulder girdle, all right? So active through the pelvic floor and core, pressing into your forearms, tucking those toes under. Same exercise, but now in a full plank. So I'm in my forearm plank. I'm going to come forward, nose now to the tip of my fingertips and pressing back. 1, nose to the tip of my fingertips and press back. 2. This is like doing planking on the floor while in motion. And 4. So you feel the strength and conditioning. 5 of the shoulder girdle being able to withstand. 6, your body's movement. 7, pelvic floor and core. Last one. 8, knees down. Simple, not easy, right? And reach. Very good. Now we're going to lie on our right side. So everybody's going to lie down on their right side. And you're going to come with your hands interlaced behind your head in this position. Elbows are bent. And if possible, this top elbow is up, okay? Your knees are in a 90-degree angle here. We're going to work a little bit through the leg and outer hip area here. We've done so far a lot of glute and hamstring, a little bit outer hip. And here we go. We're going to reach the leg back, bend in and down. You get to choose how high you want to take your leg. What I'm asking for is a little window, a little pocket of space between your right waistline and the mat. So if this leg is coming up and you're collapsing into your spine, that's not it. That's too high. All right, there will be an opportunity for you to side bend, but this is not the one. So here we go. Lift, reach, squeeze your glutes, bend, and bring it down. 7 more. Lift, press, reach. Now, when you lift your leg, can you keep this bottom waistline up? Yes, you can. And down and up. Press, almost take it back in space enough to challenge your balance. 5 more. Up. Reach back into 90 degrees and down. 4 more. Up, point the toe, reach, make it look really long lines, right? 3 more. Up, reach, bend, down. 2 more. Up, reach, bend, down. Last one. Up, reach. Good job. In and down. Perfect. Top leg up, going right into a bicycle. Take the leg back as far as you can. And I encourage you to point your toes the whole time or flex on the way backwards, point on the way forward. Where can your pelvic floor and core show up? Can you smile wide, those deep, low abdominal muscles? And 4 more. With control, 3. And 2, oh boy, and 1. Now we've got to reverse it. So start in 90 and press back 1 and 2, 3, you got it, 4, strong core connection, little pocket window under your bottom waist, 6, 7, and 8, 2 more, 9, and we're not done yet, 10, bring the leg forward, internally rotate your foot and thigh so that my whole thigh is pointed to the floor, and I'm going to do little taps here, 1, 2, 3. Now I just noticed my upper body was trying to turn to the ceiling to help me. Don't let that happen. Make sure everything is stacking forward. 5 more. 4. Oh, I feel it's in my booty. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Yeah. Okay. Both legs nice and long. We're going to stay here in this nice long position. Okay. So remember how I said you have an opportunity to side bend? This is your opportunity. So we're going to bring the top leg up, bring the bottom leg up to meet it, squeeze. You're not only lifting from your legs, you're lifting from this left side waist. So your left side waist is going to float both thighs up and bring it back down and press 2. Now, if you have an unstable SI joint, 3, this is not a great exercise for you. If your low back and SI joint tend to really kind of get out of whack, 5, you are going to only lift your leg as high as you can lift from your inner thighs. You're not going to side bend your waistline. All right, 5 more. 5, 4, and 3. Please draw a pelvic floor and core connection. 2 and 1. Hold it. We're going to scissor kick, bottom leg forward, top leg behind, and change. Yes. 2 and 3. You got it. And 4. Strong. Feel both waistlines working hard. 5. 6. We're going to do 8 like this, and we're going to take it into bicycle pedal. 7. You ready? Here we go. Turning it into bicycle pedal. 8. So now you're going to pedal both legs, one going forward, one going backwards. 2 and 3. Who says you need a bike to ride a bike? 4. And remember 8 like this. You should be feeling this on your left side waistline. 6, but if it's bothering your low back, stabilize, make them smaller. 7 and 8. We got to go the other way. Gosh darn it. 1 and 2. Strong with your core, please. 3. Talk about dynamic movement. Beautiful. 4. Just like this. 4 more. Keep that pelvis stable while moving the legs. 2 more. And last one. Awesome. Bring it down. Wow. Could you feel that? Okay. We're going to come on up. My goodness. All right. Option. Forearm. Here we go. We're going to take ourselves into our mermaid. So we stretch out this side. Yes. So option is elbow down. Full mermaid as you press up. All right. So you're going to choose. Here we go. Pick your poison. 5 like this, and then 5, we're going to do a little bit of a twist and pike. Let's see how you feel. If after 5 you're cooked, then just rest while we finish up, and then let's go to the other side. You ready? Here we go. Inhale. Zip up through the pelvic floor and core. You know your basics, right? You all practice them very regularly. So we're going to take it into a full side bend and bring it down. And 2. This is a stretch and lengthen at the same time. 3, and of course, lengthening and strengthening, right? 4, last one. 5. Do you want to join me for 5 pike and twists? Here we go. Press up, pike twist, return, bring it down. If you're not feeling it, don't do it, right? If you want to be on your forearms and do this variation, you come up, you're still piking and twisting on that forearm. Yep, and down. Ready? 3 more. Inhale, exhale, press, side, pike twist, abs pulling your trunk in, and zip up through the pelvic floor and core. 2 more. Up, pike twist, return, and down. Last one, we got this. Then we'll rest and we'll go to the other side for the whole sequence, bringing it down. Phew. Okay, come on down. Just rest a moment here in this position. Go ahead and bend your knees. Take your top arm and then circle your top arm so you come into a little bit of a twist. Feel the pec stretch on both sides. 1 more breath here. And then kind of take that circle of your top arm and just continue it all the way around. Excellent. Okay, we're going to come on over to the other side. Can you guys feel it? Right? So it's not necessarily just traditional abdominals, which those are really wonderful too, and we're going to get there. But it's the ability to go right into a practice and feel strong, even when the exercises are dynamic and unusual, right? Okay, here we are. So I'm interlacing my fingers. It's advanced to be in this position the way that we are right now, just so you know. If it's feeling advanced and you're like, oh gosh, I really cannot find my center, you are more than welcome to use your top arm for support, okay? Just want to name that. Okay, here we go. We're going to lift that top leg. We're going to extend it back. Bring it back to a 90-degree angle and bring it down. Remember, you get to choose how high and how pushed back you want to take your leg. But check your posture. Take a second here and look. Am I arching? Is my ab kind of connection disconnected? Is my back doing all the work? Really align yourself. Find that really clean, integrated posture with lots of integrity, and then bring it back in. All right, 6 more like that. Lift, reach, hold true to your strong posture, and down. 5 more. Lift, press back, check your posture if you need to. Make sure that pubic bone isn't flying backwards. 4 more. Lift, press back, bring it forward and down, up, reach back. Does that feel good on the hip? I love the way that feels. And down, last one, up and back, squeeze and bring it in and down. Now up, bicycle pedal, taking your time to be clear and strong, but not so slow that you're losing the rhythm. 3. What's your pelvic floor and core doing? Are you smiling your abdominals? 4. Is your waistline neutral? 5. So you're not collapsing into the mat. 6. 7. Last one. 8. And go the other way. Press it back and reach forward. 1. 2. And 3. And 4. And zip up through the pelvic floor and core. 5. 6. And 7. And we got it. 8. Awesome. So now the leg turns down. Here we go. And dip. 1. Dip that toe in the water. 2. 3. 4. Oh yes, 5. Why are these so hard? 6. Strong core. 7 and 8. Bring it down. Wow. Okay. Top arm in front for support. Both legs are long. Okay. Top leg up. Bottom leg meets it. So remember what I said. You get to side bend here. So you get to lift your leg up dependent on how strong that right side waistline feels. However, if it goes in a negative way into your back, all you're feeling is burning in your back, it's too high. Your core cannot support what you're doing. So know your body, right? Study your body. Measure how high can I come up with staying in integrity without over fatiguing my back. And make sure that you're coming from the deep pelvic floor abdominals and that smile wide across the abdominals. Here we go. Double legs coming up 8 times. 1, 2. As they come up, I can feel my right side waistline squeeze. 4, 5, and 6, 7. We're going to go into our scissor kicks here. 8. You ready? So bottom leg forward, top leg behind. 1. And we're staying up. 2, which means I'm still working my waistline. 3, and using my front arm for balance. 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and bicycle pedal. 8, 1, and 2. Please use your pelvic floor and core. Make the movement smaller if you're finding it really challenging to stay out of your low back. And 6, and 7. Last one. We're going to go the other way. Change directions. 1, and 2. Really stretch those edges. 3, and 4. Working pelvic floor and core. 5, and 6, and 7. Oh my goodness. And 8. Excellent. Oh, wow. Bring it down. My goodness. Okay. We've got our knees bent, 90-degree angle, almost like you're lying in tabletop, but lying on your side. And then go ahead and take your top arm, circle it around, and let your top arm open out to the opposite side of the room. And feel the stretch of the outer hip and buttock the low spine, the mid back, the pecs for sure. One more breath here. And continue that circle all the way down to your hips. Excellent. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and lie on our backs. Lie on your back. And let's stretch your hips out a little bit more before we continue into our abdominal series. So please put your right ankle over your left knee. Which leg did we just do? Yes. Please put your right ankle over your left knee. Breathing into the outer hip and buttock. 2 more breaths here. And this is just to kind of start to melt the tension of your hips and low back. Already let that tension melt away. You're not losing strength. What you're releasing is anything you don't need, the excess, the overdue, the over energy. And what you're left with after your stretching is just what you need. Good. Other side. Interlace, support, breathe, send the breath, channel it right down through your lungs, all the way down into this tightest place that you're noticing the stretch. And then 10 more space, more oxygen into that area. 2 more breaths here. Last big breath. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to do just a little bit of warm up for the abdomen. Go ahead and take your hands at the base of the skull, squeeze your thighs together, and nod your head and curl. And what you're looking to do is to create some range of motion right now. So we're not going up really high, we're not kind of trying to push our head or anything like that. What you're looking to feel is that as your head leaves the mat, right now you're keeping your pelvis in neutral, you're closing your pelvic floor, zipping up through the pelvic canal. I've got that tiny little pocket of space between my low back and my mat. If you think of a blueberry, that often is helpful. But curl everything above that. So as I'm curling up, my head is really relaxing into my arms, and I'm curling my ribs, and then I'm lying back down. And repeat that. So the head floats up, and immediately I feel the weight right across the back of my chest and heart, right where my bra strap or heart rate monitor would be, and coming back down. And just do that 3 more times, feeling the connection of the head floating up with the ribs powerfully pressing down. And 2 more. Pelvic floor and core staying strong. They're not passive. They're actively keeping your pelvis and low spine in neutral, and lie back down. Last one. Anchoring through the ribs, close the pelvic floor, lift the pelvic canal, and pull those kittens in as you smile your abs wide. Keep it neutral, and then lie back down. It's amazing that something that simple is so flippin' effective. Okay, you ready? Now we are going to flatten our back, but we're going to take our legs into not tabletop, but a diamond. Can you see how my legs are kind of in the shape of a diamond like that? Okay. This is going to come in handy when we're in our hundreds position. So you're squeezing your heels together. As you squeeze your heels together, there are those lovely hip muscles that we've been working for the first half hour of class. And then go ahead and flatten your back, imprint it all the way into the mat. So where that blueberry was, now you're mushing that blueberry down into the mat. Go ahead and interlace your fingers again at the base of the skulls. Keep squeezing those heels. Mush your blueberry, and now curl up here. 1. Keep your back flat, especially when lying back down. 2. Squeeze those heels together actively. 3. And 4. Pelvic floor, deep abdominals, working hard here. 5. Can you lift from the deep roots? 6. Get the back to flatten back. 7. We're going to do 10 like this. 8. 2 more. 9. Make sure you're looking through your legs. 10. Hold it up here and then extend those legs forward and pull them back in 1. Keep your back flat here. 2. Squeeze those heels together. Press 3. It's as if we have the straps in our feet. If you've ever done Pilates Reformer 4 and you're doing the leg strap series, 5 and 6. Keep your back imprinting into the mat. 7. This should feel challenging. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. And 10. Draw those knees in and rest. Okay. Go ahead and open your feet. Sway your knees from side to side. It's amazing that just squeezing the heels together turns on the hips in such a unique way. Those isometric contractions, which are designed to stabilize the joints, are wonderful for strengthening and conditioning and sculpting the muscles of the body, right? Because they are kind of what hold the integrity of the joint together. And then within that contraction, you start finding flexibility and strength. It's just powerful. 1 more, and as we get older, we lose that contractile tone, right? So we don't want to lose it. It's a use it or lose it. Okay, we're going to come back. We're going to do the hundreds. You know that pumping we were doing with our legs? So as we're doing our arms and hundreds, I know there's going to be a lot going on here. So how about you watch for a sec? Okay. So you have the option of putting one hand behind your head. The other arm is going to be doing the pulsing. So let's say I've got my right arm behind me and my left arm reaching long. Here I am in my diamond. So I'm inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see that? So I was moving my legs out and in, pumping my arm, rubbing my head, patting my belly. No. But that's kind of what it feels like, right? You've got like all these things going on. So it's incredible for the brain to not only muscle pattern and to muscle plan, but also keep the choreography intact, okay? So keeping your brains young as well, exercising neuroplasticity. I know we're really throwing it all in there, aren't we? Kitchen sink exercises, here we go. So flatten your back on purpose. I'd like for your back to be flat back for this exercise, please. Take a moment to inhale and exhale, nod your head and curl up. For the second, for this moment, go ahead and interlace both hands behind your head, but keep your back flat. Bring your right and left leg up to tabletop and squeeze those heels together as you come into your diamond legs shape, just like we practiced a moment ago. Did your back lose its flatness? So imprint behind your navel a little bit more. I'm going to keep my right hand behind my head, my left arm reaching forward. And then at 50, I'm going to swap and put left hand behind and right arm reaching forward. We're going to press away on the inhale, pulling in on the exhale. You ready? As we're pulsing, so go ahead and start pulsing your arms. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, keep your back flat. 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze those heels together. 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Changing arms, heels squeezing, flattening your back. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Bring it down. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of abs. We're rolling to one side. Come on up to a seated position. Okay, rolling like a ball. Don't always teach rolling like a ball, but I figured today is kind of a fun day. We're doing things out of our comfort zone a little bit, right? Hopefully. So for rolling like a ball, I like to cross my ankle. I like my right over my left, and then I change somewhere halfway through the exercise. Start already balanced behind your sits bones, not quite behind your coccyx, because once you start going behind your coccyx, you may physically start to roll backwards. If you are not rolling like a ball today and you're in neutral, You are looking for a long neutral spine as you hinge back, exhale, and coming forward. All right, so you're gonna choose, we're gonna do 10 total. So if you're rolling like a ball, maybe 5 with one leg crossed in front, 5 with the other leg crossed in front. If you're hinging in neutral, you're coming back in neutral, hold for a brief inhale, exhale, and return. Here we go. Curl, rounding like a ball, and inhale, exhale, 1. Try not to let your toes touch the mat. 2. Stay in your curled shape. 3, 4, oh boy, and 5, beautiful. Okay, so I'm up, I'm changing the cross of my leg, and 6, 7, deep abdominals, pelvic floor working hard, 8, oh my goodness, 2 more, 9, and 10. We did it. Uncross your legs, reach your arms in front, roll back. We're going right into another abdominal series. Here we go. You're going to interlace your fingers at the base of the skull. I'd like for you to bring your legs up to tabletop. So before, when I was having us do leg exercises with our core, I had us in flat back. Right now you're neutral. So take a moment, maybe you come down for a quick sec and just remind your body what neutral is. Where is your flat back? Where is your arched spine? And where is neutral with your body working? Remember, neutral is not easy. In other words, it's not a staycation. It is active. So I'm closing pelvic floor on the 2 sides of the vaginal walls, narrowing in together to close the elevator doors, pulling up through my pelvic elevator, lifting up, and then smiling my abdominals wide as I pull my kittens in. All that just to keep my pelvis in neutral. Then I'm going to nod my head and curl up. And as I take a peek at my pelvis, I notice that it did not tuck and it did not arch. It stayed right in its position that I asked it to. I'm imprinting into my sacrum and bringing my legs into tabletop. So I've got that little blueberry behind my back. Okay, we're going to do bicycles and or crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now both legs up. Now straight leg scissors. 1 with a twist. 2, 3, 4. Back down. Here we go. Crisscross. 1, 2, 3. Feel your armpit. Reach for your knees. 4. Straight legs and scissor. 1. Straight legs. 2. I'm still in neutral here. 3, 4. Bend. Here we go. Crisscross. 1, 2, 3. Pelvic floor deep abs. 4. Really easy to stop smiling with those abs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more sets. We can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Scissor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last set. We can do it. You are so strong even when you're tired. We can do things when we're tired. 4, 5. Straight legs and 1, 2, 3. Last time. 4. Oh my gosh. I think we nailed something. Okay, come on down. Let the sizzle of your abdominals just kind of take over your trunk. That was phenomenal. Big breath in here as you reach your arms and legs away from each other. Really stretch and reach. Wow. And go ahead and bring arms and legs down. All right. We're going to flip over onto our stomachs. So go ahead and flip onto your stomach. Can you feel how your hips are getting work, shoulders got work, and core just got a nice little bake there? Okay, so we're gonna do just a little bit of upper body kind of cobra stretching. Take a moment, inhale, forehead stays down, roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, press into your palms and float up. Yes, and coming down. Now, intentionally, when you come up, I'd like for you to engage your abdominals. I'm sure you're like, I don't want to engage my abdominals. I've been doing that the whole hour. But what it does is it, first of all, protects your spine, and two, oh, foot cramp. Two, as I come up, it allows me to actually stretch the muscles I want to stretch. So as I engage my pelvic floor and abdominals, I can feel the stretch much more deeply, and then coming down. Yeah, good. Two more like that. Inhale, exhale, pressing into the palms, activating my pelvic floor and core, feeling the stretch all the way through and coming down. You don't need to come all the way to the top with straight elbows. Just come as high as feels good for your body. Last one. Oh, that feels so good. And coming down. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to do just a little upper body float. Stack your hands one on top of the other. Lay your forehead on top of your hands. Keep your forehead connected to your hands and keep your pubic bone anchored to the mat. We're going to just raise our upper body 5 times. So as I raise my upper body, my hands are still fixed to my forehead. So my arms, shoulders, forehead, everything is coming off the mat and coming right back down. 2. And I'm not thinking height. I'm thinking mobility of the muscles and bones in my mid and upper back. So from the bra strap line and above, 3, 2 more. I'm staying strong and connected. 4 and 5. Now bring your forehead down, hands, of course, stay down onto the mat. Easy neck and shoulders, long legs here, and float 5 times those legs up. 1. Really important to keep the pubic bone down so the back stays long, and smiling your abdominals wide as you pull your kittens in. 3 and 4 and 5. Excellent. Coming all the way down. Now in the next variation, you're going to come up just like that. Come up and down. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Push up. Sit back. Okay, so this is the sequence. We're sitting back, coming forward, coming down, and you're either stacking your hands on your forehead and then floating up your upper body, lower body at the same time, or you can lengthen your arms and legs and float up this way. Coming back down, place your palms, push up please. So I'm on a kneeling push-up position, sitting back, coming forward, coming down out of my push-up, reaching arms and legs, floating my upper and lower body up, coming back down, plant my palms, push up in one piece, sit back, forward, come down out of my push-up, extending arms and legs, really lengthening the back of my knees and my elbows as I float up, bring it down, hands under chest, press, sit back. 2 more, forward, bend, reach, down, hands under chest, press, stretch back, last one, and coming down, arms and legs reach long, bring it down, press, all the way back, and coming down, stack your hands one on top of the other, lay your forehead on top of your hands. From this position, you're going to float your right and left leg up, externally rotate your thighs. So my thighs are turned out away from each other, and I'm going to beat my heels together. Beat, 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 beat. Inhale, 2, 3, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heels clap, 3, 4. Point, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. What's happening with your abs? Are they smiling wide? Point, 2, 4, 5. 4 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Point, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 2, 3, 5. Point, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. And point, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down and rest. Press up onto all fours. Beautifully done. That's a lot in the hamstrings and glutes, right? You kind of didn't expect that, did you? Come all the way down. And breathe. Walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. Give your right side body a lovely, lovely stretch here. And then come over to the other side. Reaching over to the right side of the mat as you reach the left side body long. Good. Come through the middle and then let's come on up and have a seat. Okay, we did a lot today. A lot. Hopefully what you felt was a lot of lengthening, right? So the extending of the legs, the pressing through the arms and shoulders, all that is to elongate the muscle fiber, which feels amazing. So we're going to come over to our right side. Can you come down onto your elbow? So my left butt cheek just left the mat. But as I come back, I want to try to sit down into that left butt cheek and then press up. Over down onto my left elbow. As my left elbow comes down, my right butt cheek came off the mat. As long as you're not hurting your ankle, this actually feels kind of good. Let your waistline kind of drip to the floor. And then send that right butt cheek to the mat, putting a little bit more power into that left elbow, and then come all the way back up. Change the cross of your legs. Let's do one more. Side bending over to your right. When your left butt cheek cannot stay on the floor, don't force it. Let it rise up. Keep that top arm reaching long. And now push into your right elbow to send that butt cheek on the left side down a little bit more. Ooh, yeah, feel that. Those are your abdominal muscles that attach to the hip bone in the front there. They're getting a lovely stretch. Over to the other side. Pressing into my left elbow as I drip my right butt cheek down into the mat and coming all the way up. Change the cross of the legs again, and let's just simply spiral the spine, finishing with a very easy twist. Can you close the pelvic floor, lift up to the pelvic canal, smile wide across your abdomen as you twist. And unwind. Let's go to the other side. Moving with grace and strength, length and power. Your muscles and bones are conditioned. We talked about that contraction, the isometric contraction, which is a safety support for your joints as you're moving with power. It takes the herky-jerkiness out of everything. Change the cross of your legs. And one more time, let's spiral around to our left. Feel the isometric contraction. So that's what the co-contraction is this internal contraction and stabilization, which doesn't mean rigid, it just means stable as you're in motion. When I think of an example of what that is, I think of like a ballerina, man or woman on stage, how they can powerfully move, but with such control, right? Such control and ease. That's a shit ton of isometric strength, let me tell you right there. And then unwind. Okay, come on back onto your all fours, tuck those toes under, connect to your deepest core and float all your bones up. Think about that deep contraction from the inside. Let it radiate to the surface and then bending, walking, one knee at a time. Couple more on each side. Spread your shoulder blades broad across your back. Elongate your spine, reaching out through your tail and your seat and down your hamstrings through your heels. Send both heels back to the back of the room. If they touch to the floor, that's fine. If not, that is a-okay as well. Big breath in, exhale, and let's walk our hands all the way back so that our trunk is hovering over our legs, folded, folded, folded. Big breath in and exhale, rolling up as you circle your arms to the sky. 3 swings to finish. Let me do that. Here we go. Fantastic work, everybody. Big breath up. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. And we're done. You did amazing. That was tough. And it was tough because we did all kinds of ranges of motion and your core had to stay in total integrity, and you did it. Excellent. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. And I really look forward to seeing you next time.